The distorted reflection, a story of narcissism. Imagine being in the midst of a relationship with someone who, at first, just seems perfect. Every word they say is sweet, and every gesture is honestly full of attention. It seems as though your world has finally found its balance, as if the partner has this, unique connection with you, understanding every need you have. It's the dream many people hope to achieve, a relationship where you feel seen, understood, loved. But what seemed like a fairy tale is actually, destined to turn into a nightmare. The idolization phase. At the beginning, you feel as though you've found someone who finally understands you. Your partner, named Marco, makes you feel special. Every day, you receive unexpected attention. Good morning messages, compliments on your appearance, your intellect, your generosity. Marco always seems to know just what to say to make you feel at the center of his world. Your friends notice how happy you seem, and you begin to believe that the relationship is truly unique. Months pass, and the more you get to know Marco, the more it seems like every word and every action of his is filled with genuine affection. At first, you wonder if all this love and attention is just a little too much, but he reassures you, saying, "I love you more than you can imagine. You'll never find another person who will love you the way I do." It's a phrase that honestly warms your heart, but without even realizing it, it's already starting to define your world according to his rules. Then, without warning, things begin to change. One day, Marco stops giving you the attention you had learned to expect. His kind words turn into subtle criticisms. "I don't like what you're wearing today. Why can't you ever do things right? You're distancing yourself from me. You're always too busy with work." You begin to feel confused, but maybe it's just a phase, you think. You convince yourself that everything will be fine, that it's just a temporary reaction. But the reality is that this is the narcissistic cycle. The initial idolization turns into devaluation. Every time Marco criticizes you, part of you feels hurt, but another part hopes that he will treat you like before. His words make you feel inadequate, and for the first time, you wonder if you truly deserve all that love he once gave you. Your self-esteem begins to waver, but you don't fully realize it. Then comes the most insidious phase: emotional manipulation. When Marco perceives that his behavior has hurt you, he draws closer again, as if nothing had happened. He promises that he'll change, that everything will go back to how it was before, but it's never enough. It's never enough for him and not even for you. The confusion you feel becomes constant. When Marco makes you feel special, you believe that's the reality. When he humiliates you, you feel lost, as if you've lost the sense of who you are. One day he says to you, "I don't understand why you act this way. I've given you everything you needed, yet you never seem satisfied." His words are poisonous, but you don't realize it. He plays with your emotions, alternating between periods when he makes you feel loved and wanted, and periods when he makes you feel insignificant. Every time you try to make a decision for yourself, like going on a trip with your friends or dedicating yourself to a personal project, Marco reacts with insistence and control. "If you leave, I don't know if I'll be able to live without you." Your choices start to be influenced by his need for attention and control, and honestly, you don't even notice it. It becomes hard to make a decision without thinking about how Marco will react. Months go by, and what seemed like an idyllic relationship turns into an emotional prison. You no longer have any idea of what you truly want because you've lost sight of what makes you happy. You've changed your habits, your lifestyle, to adapt to his demands. You've given up on many dreams and projects, just trying not to make him angry. Your identity has faded and your self-esteem has become, fragile. So, the concept of love you once had was all about mutual connection, respect, and care. Now, though, it seems like love has turned into a power game, where, honestly, one person always has to prove their worth to the other. But, this is not love. This is narcissism. One day, though, a moment comes when you actually begin to see the situation clearly. It was just a small incident, something that made you stop and reflect. Marco insulted you in public for a trivial mistake, and for the first time a voice inside you said, "This isn't right, I don't deserve this." The voice that was once silenced is now, well, loud. You begin to wonder how you even got to this point. You're exhausted, both physically and emotionally. You no longer recognize yourself. The damage you've suffered is great, but finally, you see it. You realize that the narcissist doesn't love you the way you thought. He uses you for his ego, manipulates you to maintain control over you. And honestly, the hardest thing to understand is that the narcissist will never change. His behavior isn't a mistake, it's a strategy. The decision to change. The awakening is not easy, but it is liberating. Beginning to emotionally detach from Marco and regain your independence is a long and difficult journey, but one that is necessary for your well-being. You start to rebuild yourself, regain your confidence, and re-establish your boundaries. The awareness that you deserve healthy and respectful love becomes your guide. Conclusion. This story is an example of how narcissism can deeply damage a person, whether they are a woman or a man. Manipulation, devaluation, and control are dangerous dynamics that often develop in a relationship with a narcissistic person. It's essential to recognize the signs, establish boundaries, and understand that, although love may seem genuine at first, when it's dominated by a narcissist, it becomes toxic. What's important is to learn to recognize these behaviors, protect yourself emotionally, and rebuild your self-esteem. A healthy relationship is based on mutual respect, growth together, and care for each other, not on control and manipulation.